Upholster to the Napa car for Chase Elliott.
And I think part of that, he actually got up towards the one car, pulled the wheel and turned away from it, and then it came around. Jamie?
Jeff, we're hearing a lot about handling of the cars. What happened with you? Was it a handling issue, Chase?
No, I just got in the middle there a couple laps before and I got loose off more and just lost it. I hate it. It's such a...
Trouble, turn 4. Brian Vickers goes for a spin. Everybody takes evasive action and gets by without further incident.
Back on the brake. Back on the brake. Back on the brake. There you go.
The 19 car, Carl Edwards, he got damaged. The 6, Trevor Bain, he got damaged. Several cars damaged in a chain reaction there.
We knew it was coming. We've seen these cars moving around a lot. Drivers really with their hands full going the inside lane.
Brian Vickers in the 14 in black and orange.
Gets a run up on Joey Logano, gets right to his bumper. Maybe Joey even had to check out there. When he did that, it just took all the air off of Brian's car and off that rear spoiler, and around it went.
Saw the 19 car right there, Carl Edwards. He hit the wall. I really think you're right. What happened was I think Joey's been having to lift off turn 4 there because of Carl Edwards. Trouble. Turn 2 down here, guys. Turn 1 and 2, big trouble.
2 cars hard into the wall. Chris Buescher, one of those 4 rookies, is all tied up with Matt DiBenedetto.
I'm not so sure something didn't happen to one of those cars because that when I looked up, it was headed straight to the wall as if something happened, maybe a right front tire, maybe.
Certainly a lot of damage on these 2 vehicles.
Really hard hit, Jeff. I was looking right at it, and it looked like, well, take a look at it.
Both competing in their first Daytona 500.
Whack.
Wow. That was DiBenedetto first into the outside wall.
Well, you got a double whammy.
Buescher.
Anytime you see the rear tires lift up off of a car as it makes impact, you know that's a huge hit.
What I don't like about that is that Buescher hit the wall head on, and then he got hit by DiBenedetto here in the driver's or in the right side, trying to get a double whammy here.
Can't quite grasp what turned both of those cars. They weren't really right together when they came into frame and headed towards the wall.
This happens 8 laps shy of halfway.
I didn't see enough of it to be sure what happened, but one of the cars just shot up the hill.
Gotta believe that there was contact made earlier between those 2 cars that got them out of shape enough to where both of them.
Yeah,
we saw the 93 head towards the wall first, and then the 34 made that head-on shot straight into the wall.
Both drivers moving around still in the car. Here comes DiBenedetto. After a very hard hit.
Well, you can tell that hurt.
And he's going to walk away. Good news. And here's Chris Buescher, the defending NASCAR Xfinity Series champ. After gathering himself, he climbs out.
Saw Dale Jr. being really aggressive on the outside, making some great moves, trying to get up into the top 5. He goes to the outside of the 14 of Brian Vickers here. He drifts up high, but now watch. He's going to come down. He's going to side jock. He wants that left front right on the right rear quarter panel of the 14. But as he gets off the corner, it just comes around on him.
We've seen that several times today. You started making a run big like that off 4, you spin out.
That looked almost just like Chase Elliott.
Exactly.
His teammates.
Well, you know, we've documented all week long how fast these cars are.
He's still going to be there. He doesn't back up, so the 3's going to get to him. Now you're going to keep him around the corner here. Here they come. Here comes the 3's bumper. Looking in there, the 3. Keep coming, buddy. Hold the brake here. Hold the brake. Shoot it out. Caution will be out here. Hold the brake here.
And the favorite, Dale Earnhardt Jr. appears to be out of the Daytona 500.
And how quickly that happened. It coming, and then whoop, all around she goes.
And you expect something like that to happen if somebody's right on the rear bumper or maybe on the outside of them, but he was in pretty clear air, so it just shows you how close to the edge these cars and drivers really are.
Here's another look.
amazing nobody made contact with him as he shot through there. Big impact into that inside wall. Luckily, safer barrier lessened that impact by a lot. A lot of disappointed Dale Earnhardt Jr. fans. Definitely has had a big impact on my top 10.
Fox had a contest to pick the top 10 in exact order for the Daytona 500 to win $1.5 million. I don't know of anybody whose bracket is not broken.
I was just going for bragging rights, and I'm not even going to win that.
It's been kind of one of those days when the 24 went out early. Now the 88 goes out late. Those are people that are high on our list.
Car owner Rick Hendrick. 2 of his 4 cars have spun off what Chris Economaki once dubbed Calamity Corner here at Daytona.
And not to mention, we saw Jimmy Johnson in the 48 have some issues on pit road. Now this is going to actually help him out a lot by getting the caution, getting him back, caught back up to the field.
It's the 5th caution of the day as Dale Earnhardt Jr. spins off turn 4 to the inside retaining wall. Don't go away, folks. You'll not miss a moment with 29 laps to go. See what happened here with 16 laps to go. You're riding with Biffle.
He gets a big run here on Danica. Goes to the inside. Danica wants to squeeze him to try to prevent him from making that pass. He clips her and turns her right into the grass. And unfortunately, he turns himself as well into that outside wall.
A lot of movement of these cars down the back straight. We see Danica in the 10 right there. There she goes down on the inside. That car really got light. Wheels come off the ground. Roof later on. Push it back up.
That is turf management at its worst right there.
Spectacular shot, and she did a great job keeping it going straight, not getting into that inside wall there, causing more damage.
Dang it. Let's show you this in real time.
Here we talk about getting runs, but we also talk a lot about blocking. And right there, that was just a combination of 2 drivers wanting one bit of real estate, weren't willing to give it up in the closing laps.
Michael McDowell will get the free pass on this caution. A.J. Allmendinger comes to pit road along with Trevor Bayne, Brian Scott, David Reagan, Bobby Labonte, and Eric Almirola. Well, they started things out on a much happier note, starting in the same row of the Daytona 500, ending up like this.
You know what I find fascinating about that? We saw this on Thursday in the duel with Jimmy Johnson when he made contact with Jamie McMurray, and there's something in the setup with these cars that's allowing that left front tire to get load on it and turning the cars to the outside. Jimmy was able to keep it out of the outside wall, but it was a very similar effect of what we just saw there with Greg Biffle. As they made contact, it just loaded that left front tire, and he couldn't control it. He's turning left, and the car just turned into the outside wall.
I think it gets on the splitter. I think when the car dips down on the left front, it gets on the splitter. I think that's what happens. Larry, what do you think?
Well, here's what I think. Now, Mike and Darrell, you guys, you've experienced it. Jeff, you're going to experience it for the first time. It's called Larry Mack's Trends of the Race. Now, we're going to go back racing probably with about 12 or 13 laps to go. What I did, I looked at the last 5 Daytona 500s. This probably won't come as a surprise. The average lap that the final caution came out, lap 199. If you look at the last 6 Daytona 500s, we've been in an overtime situation 4 out of those 6.
Never been in an unlimited overtime situation. Really curious to see how this plays out.
No longer 3 attempts at green-white checker. More on that if needed. Photo finish. The first Daytona 500 was decided in a photo finish.
Look at that.
Wow.
Inches. About 4 inches separated